Okay, each day I'm going to send a schedule of expectations for your student, and it'll have the different things we're going to do in each subject. So I'm going to send you an email, and basically be a link like this. And all you do is you click on this link, and it's going to bring up this. Now, the easiest way to see this is to go over to Present, which is right here. And if you just click that, then it's much easier to see it this way. And then at the bottom here, you can just go through each slide. So I'm going to just show you each of these slides. So the first thing is our schedule. And so you don't need to follow these by the times. This is just more of a suggestion of like how long each one should take. So you can see what we're going to be doing is 8:30. I have a morning meeting blog. And so this is how we'll be sharing with each other each morning. So if your child clicks on this, it's going to bring you right to our blog here, and then all your your child is going to do is answer this question. So like for this one, are you excited about this new type of learning? Why or why not? So then they could just type like, I am excited about this type of learning because, and then we're going to be able to see each other's answers or their feelings about different questions we're going to have for each day. And then once they type that answer, then they would just click publish. Now you'll notice the Google account, it's going to automatically save to the Google account, so I'll know who sent what, and then they would just click publish, and then it's going to be on our blog that I'll be able to share with each student, and then with our class too. So basically, this is something we're going to use each day that we have not used before. And so that, whoops, let me go back to our remote learning things. Let me go right back to this schedule here. So anyways, that's one of the things that we're going to do each day. So anytime you see something in like that bluish color, that means there'll be something you can click on. So 8:45, math. So you can see we're going to have graphs and math boxes. And you'll notice I put here, located in Google Classroom. So that means they're going to go in the Google Classroom account, and they're going to find those exact assignments. One's going to say graphs, one will say math boxes. 9:15, so about a half hour of math time. And then at 9:15, report writing. So they already chose a state that they were doing research on. And what they're going to do is they're going to choose 3 minerals from their state and type at least one reason these minerals are important. And again, this will be under Google Classroom, and it's going to be on a Google Doc. So when they go into Google Classroom, there's going to be a class work that'll say minerals on it that they'll type their paragraph on. And then like a break, snack time, and they can see 10:15. They're going to read their chapter books. Remember, one of those chapter books that they're going to have, whether it's Erie Elementary, Magic Tree House, or the one and only Ivan. So they're going to be doing one of those, and that's on Google Classroom. And then 11 o'clock, they'll do a read. I'll have a read aloud, and they'll answer chapter book questions. And then you can see that's about an hour. And then lunchtime, recess, and then 1 o'clock, science. They're going to be doing different extreme weather ones. So this will be on tornadoes. And then end of the day. So if you go into each slide, so here's math time, and you can see this will give you an exact description of what we're going to be doing. So this is the must-do thing, where they're going to be doing graphs 1 under Google Classroom, and there's questions 1 through 10, and then they're going to do math boxes. That was something I showed in a previous video, and that's also on Google Classroom. And then the next step is writing, and I'm not going to read all this here, but on this side, these are the directions of what I'm expecting to do, and this is how I'm going to grade it. And on this side, I gave an example of what a paragraph should look, using the main idea with minerals, like identifying what minerals are in their state that they chose to report, and then some supporting details will be right underneath that. And then the next one, I have some helpful hints for writing research. So you can kind of read those to your child. I'm not going to go through all that right now. And then for reading, this is when they're going to be doing their chapter book under Google Classroom. And the big thing is when they see the chapter book, they're going to choose, they're going to be doing that one assigned chapter book that I mentioned earlier that has their initials next to it. And after they've read their chapter, then they're going to answer the chapter book questions. And again, this is in their Google Classroom. So they'll read the chapter book first and then the chapter book questions. And I'll do another video just to kind of show that. And then just a little blurb on this side. I want to make sure that the students understand they should read for at least 30 minutes. And if they aren't able to finish the chapters they're supposed to do with their questions, that's okay. So basically what I'm looking for is 45 minutes total. 30 minutes reading, 15 minutes with their questions. And if they do not finish, so say if they had 3 chapters they had to read and they only read 2 chapters, then the following day they can read the next chapter and then finish the questions that go with that, and that's fine too. Okay, because everyone I know is going to be at a different pace with that, and that's okay. They don't have to finish all the chapters that go with those questions on those assignments. And then a read aloud. So you'll notice here, this is going to be the steps they're going to take. And then on this side I have the description. So like this week's focus is on stereo elements, and I won't get too much into this. You can kind of read this to your child. But then they're going to go into Brain Pop first, and then they click on this, and then they're going to type in the username SMSBrain, password SMS9999. They're going to listen to the video, and it's about plot, and it'll talk about story elements with characters, setting, problem, solution, and important events. Once you do that, then they're going to click and listen to the Jumanji read aloud. After they've listened to the read aloud, then they're going to go to Google Classroom and complete the Jumanji story map. And that's exactly what it says. I showed that in a previous video too. And then the next slide, lunchtime, like recess time, science. So they're going to watch this video about tornadoes, and then they're going to go to the next slide for directions. After they watch this video, they're going to go into Google Classroom. They're going to find the work icon that says tornadoes, and then they're going to use a heading. They're going to type a main idea about tornadoes and then 3 supporting details about tornadoes, fun facts. And again, this is in Google Classroom, and they're going to click tornado and type that paragraph. And over here, I gave an example of using a main idea and then some supporting details that go with that main idea. And then basically at the end I'm just explaining here that if you didn't finish everything, don't worry. And then of course I was just joking with the kids on this one. That's what the weekends are for. But again, if they don't finish everything, that's okay. They just do what they can during that allotted time. And then of course this one. And here's like a little fun fact. You can ask the students, obviously here's the moon, ask them if they know what this bright object in the sky is. I wonder if anyone knows that one, if they remember from when we were doing planets. But any questions about any of this, definitely let me know.